tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he's going to have a Ravens first. Down as he's able to get this up past the 40. They go play action with Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Towards the end zone for Brown. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
All right, rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mayfield looks to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Play fake. Mayfield. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Being chased out left. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. 6-0 our score after 1. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Well, the Ravens are going to have themselves a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here is going to look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So their second touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, only up 12-0. One extra point on the other side could ultimately beat you if they score twice.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Swings this out for Hunt. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
They'll roll him out right. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Patrick Queen coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield, and he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. They go play action now. Jackson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 17. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll give it to Chubb. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Browns are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1. So the
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Day, baby. Let's get this.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 27. Jackson now. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jordan Elliott, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And it's caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Jackson. Buying time to his left. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins there to make the grab. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown. It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Following the interception, Mayfield.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Steps away. First down and more for Jackson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
To throw is Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Dobbins. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Jackson's going to keep it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And a little quarterback draw option works to perfection for him.
Yeah, it's hard to account for the quarterback in most situations on defense, and that's why the quarterback draw is so successful. Everyone else covered, makes a little fake, runs into the end zone.
The Browns drive about to get started. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Going deep here for Landry. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson steps away to his left. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the option right is Jackson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This will be caught once again by Brown. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play that time for Cleveland. 1st down, Mayfield. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Play fake. Mayfield. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Patrick Queen able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Mayfield is going to go for a big play downfield. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They've got his man complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Play action. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory.